and welcome to the FilmEU for Future Collaboration Opportunities session. It is the first time we actually prepare and make this session at the beginning of the year. The plan is actually to share as much as possible with you today on the planned activities that we have for this academic year, making sure that we give the right time and pace for you to have the most possibilities for collaborations under the FilmEU Alliance. The agenda for today, Okay. The agenda for today, as you see, we will be introducing the general roadmap and the key events of the year. And then as the goal and ambition is also to not just present the roadmap, but to give you opportunity for a near future to engage in a matchmaking session. Manuel and Anna will explain how these sessions will happen. And then we will have colleagues from all work packages of FilmEU to introduce and explain what type of activities, to whom they're target to, and when they will happen, and how you can be engaged with all these activities. We will later today send you more details on this full calendar. For now, and my part is to introduce you the dates of the two summits that FilmEU Alliance usually plans and receives all its community to. The first one will be the Industry Summit already in coming November from the 10th to the 12th. It will be in Lisbon. Many activities will happen during this Industry Summit. You'll find a provisional calendar already for this summit in the task force of FilmEU. Make sure you receive it and find your opportunity there. And the second summit of this academic year will happen in June, hosted by Luca School of Arts, and it's the academic summit. So many more opportunities there for you to engage with. Again, we will be sending this calendar later today so that you can already put in your calendar. I will pass the word now to Manuel to present you the community, and Anna continue to present you how you can further be engaged and how to use the FilmEU community for that. Manuel?
Okay, so I'll be leading this part of the presentation. I hope you have my sound correct. I just wanted to start by explaining that to get involved, you need to register in the FilmEU community platform. So we have actually divided this part of the presentation into two parts. I'll briefly explain the process, and then Anna is going to take you through how this is done in practice using the FilmEU community. For those that have not registered, this is also a good opportunity to not only register in the platform, but to starting engaging with the community. Sandra, I can take control, right, of the slides, right? Okay, so what's the matchmaking process? For those that have never participated in this process, the idea is quite simple. Is to bring people together across the different institutions, different higher education institutions that are members of FilmEU. So this is the core objective. This implies that we provide opportunities for collaboration. And basically, in the morning, we'll be discussing the opportunities for collaboration around education and innovation. And then in the afternoon, we'll be discussing the opportunities for research. The idea is very simple, is that we create a workflow with 3 steps whereby people can identify domains they are interested in engaging with, and then can identify those they can do it with. Okay, the core idea is that for all these opportunities that we'll be talking during the day, you cannot profit from them on your own. So you always need to work with people from the other institutions that are part of FilmEU. Okay, that's the core principle, and it's the most important one. Okay, so Sandra, can you jump the slide because I don't have control for some reason. Okay, so what are the three steps of the process? So the first step is what we call the roadmap day. That's basically what we are doing here today. So in the first step, we provide you with an overview of all the opportunities that are out there available and how you can engage with them. And the how means the dates and the procedure. The procedure is always the same for all activities. So first you need to register your interest. You need to declare that you are interested in participating in this activity, and then you need to find someone with whom to work. Okay? The rules can change slightly for different activities, but it's basically the same principle. For any activity, you need a minimum of 2 institutions participating. If it's a project, you need 3 institutions. So that's a little bit the common rule across all these different opportunities. Okay, so the roadmap day, it's step number 1, and that's what we are doing today. Education, as I've already said, in the morning, research in the afternoon. Then step number 2 is the declaration of interest. Very simple. This is done in the community platform. Anna will show you in a minute how it's done. And it's basically filling in a questionnaire, entering the platform with your login and filling in your declaration of interest by ticking the box. Okay, it cannot be simpler than that. You have a list of opportunities, okay, and then you tick the box in the ones you're interested in. Once you've ticked the box, we in the back office have a team of the so-called facilitators that will try to start devising potential synergies between different people that have ticked the box across different opportunities. Okay? The core idea is that we need these declarations of interest for the academic year 25-26 until the 31st of October. We know some of these opportunities will only occur in March. Some will only occur in April. Others will occur already in December. But it's really important that we get this overview of who are the people interested across all the different higher education institutions so that we can compile a list and have the process in place to bring these people together. Okay? And that takes us to step number 3. Step number 3 is the matchmaking day. Imagine this as Hunger Games coming together with Tinder on academia. Okay, so a huge moment of fun and getting to know other people, and it's very simple. So we, the facilitators, start the session by presenting the pre-identified synergies. So the mapping we've done of all the people that have declared their interests. People go into different rooms for 20 minutes and talk one with the others and agree on how to move forward. And we do sequential rounds of these speed datings. Okay? Then once that is done, in each opportunity, people then have 10 days to fill in the declaration. Sandra, you moved the slide backwards. Okay, for you're moving backwards. Okay, for this year's matchmaking day, we have 2 days predefined. On the 18th of November, we will do FilmEU Plus. On the 19th of November, we will do Wire. Okay, so this is the 3 steps process for the matchmaking, and I will now give the floor to Anna to take you through the community platform. Sandra, next slide, and then Anna takes the floor. Anna.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So the community is a platform, is a website where you have a federated login. It means that you can use your login in your home institution to access all the features available in the platform. You just need to register, but you don't need to create a new user, a new password to remember. So easy step, you just go to login, create an account, and use your email and your password in your institution. Thank you, Barry. That's exactly the link. So community.filmeu.eu. And the FilmEU platform, it's not the place where you can do this matchmaking session. You can also have access to more events and opportunities, and you can also use as a tool to disseminate research outputs for your colleagues within the FilmEU network. Sandra, the next slide, please. You have? Okay. No. Not working. So in the FilmEU community platform, the idea is not to have these one-to-many communication channels where we just disseminate the events that FilmEU organized. You can also be the one communicating your own events there. You have access to tools to create news about things that you are organizing. Imagine research papers that you write and you can disseminate it there. You can also post about events. Imagine like we are doing these matchmaking sessions and you are looking for someone to write a research proposal for a project. You can also use the community platform to find colleagues in all the FilmEU institutions. That's the main purpose of this platform. The next one. So as Manuel was saying, you will see in the FilmEU community platform a new topic on research opportunities, and you will find a link after this long day of sessions, a link with a form where you can declare your interest in being part of one of the activities. After this period, as Manuel explained, you will be organized in groups. For in this phase, we will be the one creating the groups for you to facilitate the process, since this is going to be the first time for you using this platform. But you can also create groups for your own and to share with your peers this, the same interest and research outputs that you feel valuable.
Anna, sorry to interrupt you. Just because I'm assuming that some people might have never had access to the platform, can you just enter your web browser and just access the platform so that everyone sees how they do it?
Let me just log out for a second. Sandra, can I share the screen? So I think you have the right screen on. So this is the FilmEU community platform, communities.filmeu.eu. On your right, you will see the sign in button. For the ones that are going to register for the first time, you should also go through this step. I'm going to use my FilmEU account, but as you can see, you have each institution here. You should select your own institution if you don't have a FilmEU account for that. And login. Okay, I have already my profile. The profile settings is also something important, because if you check your notifications, you can set several of interest of your own, and you can receive daily, weekly, or monthly the feedback of activities happening in the platform. So if you have this active, you will be the first one notified on new opportunities posted in the platform, instead of waiting for the communication team to send out an information about what is happening. And the main in the homepage, you have the highlights and the last activities available online. But I would suggest you to go in the top menu, collaboration and opportunities. Here you find open calls, research projects. I noticed that some colleagues were looking for academic staff for collegiate mobility. So this is the place where you are the main element here when you post what you are looking for in your colleagues. And we have also a lot of events here.
There is a question. Anna, there is a question.
Yeah. Let me check.
Sorry, and just to give an update, because I was trying just to say that I was trying to log in, and there is a error login. Login is an available configuration error. Just to have this update on that.
Yeah,
Lose
the
off
only-
account.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just the
lose off account.
FilmEU is the only one that it's working. If you try by the institutional ones.
Can you test it in a different browser? Because
Yeah, I did it.
you may have. Okay.
Yeah, I did it in Safari. I did it in Chrome. Okay, just
Okay, I will
don't
check with
lose time
the
with this.
IT
Just
team.
to give this update.
Okay. Thank you. Martina.
Sorry. We had a similar problem at IADT, but it has now been resolved.
Yeah, it sometimes this happens because it's the platform connecting with each institution system, and if there's any broken link in the process, this may happen, but we will try to solve the problem as soon as possible, and thank you for highlighting this. Just an overview of the events. You will also have a list of the events. You can also post your own events in the platform for especially the ones online for the whole FilmEU community to attend, and you can use it as a dissemination platform for your own activities. So you will see in the collaboration opportunities menu a post after these sessions with a link where you can declare your interest, and then you will be grouped in groups. It's also in the collaboration menu, groups. You can see some of them are private and some are public, and you will be organized by groups of interest in here before the matchmaking session itself. And that's it for now. Sandra, who's next?
Okay, thank you, Sandra. I suppose that's kind of my cue to step in with the joint educational offer. I'm not sure if I can take control, but as the others has done as well, so please give if you could give the next one when I kind of give the sign. Okay, opportunities, and I think I'm already kind of deviating from these three steps because what I'm going to explain are opportunities within the joint educational offer, and the first one is a big one, is a long-standing one already. We've been doing this for the last 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. This is called the Annual Educational Challenge. This is edition 26-27 coming up, but as we speak, within 2 weeks, we're going to be starting the one for the current academic year, which is all about, and you can see if you kind of read the small print, it's all about community, exploring the we, and that's the challenge for this year. And this is really amazing, and this has been for the last 5 years. We've been now. If you could go back one, Sandra, sorry. Doesn't matter that much, but it is a collaboration between, at the moment, 4 institutions of the 8. So we are cooperating with about 60 students and more than 10 tutors, teachers working together around a common cause. We are hoping that we can create some impact as well. So it's always a kind of a societal issue that we're trying to tackle. And as you can imagine, what it offers for students, it's an amazing opportunity for inclusive teams to work together and to work around different skills, not only technical and content, but I mean refining as well their kind of communication skills as well. So we've been doing this for a long time, and this is what the students come back with. They gained lots of experience, and I always say it's like a mini Erasmus Mundus, because it takes 1 week of ideation, and then they have to film 1 week as well, and in between they have different ways of working together in hybrid form. For tutors as well, because not only for students, for tutors it's a really good way of interaction with international students. It's not an easy one. It's not an easy task. It's got many kind of levels, and I think if you are participating, you are kind of creating some empathy. You're adapting yourself to kind of a new way of collaborating on an international scale. So I've been doing this for a while, and many of my colleagues as well, and I think we all gained a lot. So if people, students and tutors, want to step up, because the next edition is being designed, and And I have to say that it's going to be a hefty one. It's going to be all of us together, 8 institutions working together on this challenge. So I'm hopeful this is going to be the summum of what we try to achieve. Next one, please, Sandra. And this is feeding into something that is going to be explained in more depth, because it was the base, it was kind of the stepping stone, this challenge, towards established joint BA MAs that we already have in place. We just started our first Pathfinder joint international BA in film, which is really exciting. And I think that's the first one that is really kind of picking the fruits from what we did during the challenge years as well. And we are now ideating for future MAs through design measures, and also we call them the second BA because we've got the first one up and running, and we're now looking for new ideas and people collaborating on let's say a joint BA in music and sound is one of the novel ideas that we have, but we have still some kind of lines open for others to join us. So what it offers for tutors is an opportunity to share your experience and your expertise in a certain domain and try to create novel courses and modules that are that we really need within our alliance. And teaching, of course, in an international environment is something that we're looking for as well. Next, please. And then well, we're not in silos, of course, and this is about clubs and about being a member of a club. Is this part of the joint educational offer? Well, I am convinced it is, because it's a less formal way of collaboration, but in that way, people get together, not only students coming together, working around something that they like on AV team, the Cine Club, Podcast Expert, or FilmEU Inc. So we've got like 5 flavors in the clubs, and we're trying to collaborate between students. It needs to be student run. For the time being, we're still kind of guiding them a lot, I think, but we are we're maturing, and I think this is the idea of students stepping in. And these initiatives for students are, of course, enormously helpful, fostering a sense of community, both locally and internationally. So they work together on a local scale within their, let's say, Cine Club, and then they expand to a broader kind of sense, and this is really amazing. And it's very informal, so there's not many strings attached. It's a very easy way in to collaborate. For tutors as well, we've got many tutors who are really kind of driving this and pushing the initiatives. And I think they support the creation of self-organizing, inclusive teams. I think skills that we all need in future life as well. Different perspectives are really kind of gathered as well. We've got different cultures going on in our 8 schools within the Alliance. So I think that's a very good way into the kind of community feeling as well. And and I was scrolling through one of the boxes, you could see that there is already like a podcast club on the community as well. There's a Cine Club and many more. So this is kind of a work in progress. Expression of interest starting now. I put in October 1st, but it's ongoing. So if you feel, oh, I want to be part of that, please contact us and we can get in touch. Next one, please. And training, that's Linda, I think.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this FilmEU event on this October Monday morning, and there's lots of new faces here, so it's great to see it. I hope it gives you a flavour of what we do, and it's only a flavour because there are other things, but obviously we can't touch upon everything today. So why am I here to talk? As well as offering future collaboration opportunities, FilmEU also provides training. We break training into 2 categories, what we call domain and compliance. So domain is like discipline specific for you all in your areas, and then compliance is training that we can all attend, and that might include EDI training, IP training, etc., etc. Last year alone, we held 11 training sessions. Now, we realise when we hold a training session that the date and time can never suit everybody. So what we do is we record these sessions and we keep the presentation slides of the facilitator. And our goal is we're going to have a FilmEU training web page on the community platform so that you can then go in and take a look at these training sessions in your own time. So that's why it's really important as well, another reason for you all to join the community platform. So a flavour of this term's training sessions, just to give you a quick flavour, is, for example, we have coming up AI in a media classroom. So this particular training is going to explore artificial intelligence, particularly generative AI, on media education. It aims to encourage lecturers to adapt traditional learning tools affected by Gen AI and to implement AI applications that can reduce your administrative workload. These include the creation of grading rubrics, ideation of syllabi, helos and class scripts, critical thinking, etc. So this training, the target audience is you guys. It's for academic staff, and we hope to hold this in the month of November. The date will be confirmed as soon as possible, and when we do know, as I said, it will be put up on the training webpage. Next slide, please, Sandra. Another type of training we're going to do this term is FilmEU metadata tool. So what is this to people who don't know? This tool is going to offer user the opportunity to make queries in repositories of student works through all modalities: text, video, photo, audio. The workshop will discuss the functionalities that both academic and non-academic users might need. This is a new thing to us all, and I think it's something you'll find very interesting. So therefore, this is open to all staff, and the time that this is going to happen, I can confirm already, is on the 5th of December 2025. For those of you who are new, we do it across the 3 time zones. We try and make it earlier in the day so that it doesn't eat into people's evening personal time. And again, I think you'll find it very interesting. Next slide, please, Sandra. So again, another type of training, and Mark would be very familiar with this because we also use this model in our challenge. The title of this training is Samsara, and it's about a pedagogical design at work. There's going to be 2 different sessions of this training held. The first one will be for our Agora members, which will happen in our industry summit in Lisbon, and then a second session will happen sometime between November and December later this term. This is about explaining FilmEU's pedagogical practices, testing our cutting-edge approaches in dedicated modules within the domain of cinema and media education. The target audience, as I already mentioned, is for our Agora group initially, and then it's for you guys, the academic staff. This has been really successful. It's been a model that FilmEU have developed, and we're very proud of it. And as I said, those of you who have worked in any of our challenges will be familiar with it. And we also try and use this model in our BAs and in our development of all our curricula. Next slide, please, Sandra. Other types of training that we provide, so as I said, it's not all about specific domains. We have cultural bridging. What is that, I hear you ask? So I don't know if you were all aware, FilmEU was once a 4-school partnership. We're now 8. And as part of our onboarding processes, we wanted to do training in relation to cultural awareness, cultural bridging, etc. So we have to decide on what this one is going to be. We're kind of looking at post-award training and maybe roles and responsibilities and other areas along that. So as soon as I have further concrete information, I will share it with everybody. This will be for all staff, and again, this will happen between the months of November and December. And as you can see, we're trying to capture, like, we'll never get a week that will suit everybody across the Alliance because we're 8 different schools. But we're trying to even narrow it down to specific weeks in specific months. So I can tell you now today that this training will all happen between November and December. I have some dates confirmed, and I will confirm the rest as soon as possible. Another type of training that we want to do, and we're very keen on EDI here in FilmEU because it's an inclusive community, and we want to act as a role model, and we are doing that in really such a great way. We've excellent previous EDI training, and I'm happy to share with anybody. So if anyone has any questions after this, please don't hesitate to reach out. But another type of training we're going to do in November is Spotlight. Sorry, could you go back for just 1 second? Or forward, thank you. Spotlight on Inclusion, and this is working with neurodivergent students in the creative disciplines and how best to support these students. So as we are all aware, you know, we all have students who have difficulties one way or another, and staff for that matter. So this is also open to everybody because we all liaise, and it will give us tips and practices and ideas to support these students. So that is a flavour of the training opportunities we have coming up for just this academic term. Next term, we will also have new opportunities. If any of you out there have a specific training that you would be interested in and you feel would be really beneficial to the community as a whole, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm very happy to investigate and try and bring it forward. Or even if you are a training provider and you feel you have something you could do for us, again, please reach out to me. All right, thank you everyone. I'm now going to pass you on to Barry.
Another Irish accent for you. Good morning, everybody. Thanks, Linda. So Mark touched on it a little bit, but I get to do it in a little bit more depth in terms of the educational design. So I suppose one of the things that FilmEU was born out of was joint programs. So we were working together a lot in joint masters, and that's expanded now as we became an A partner European university. So there's a couple of things. So we've got two different parts of Erasmus Mundus. So for those of you who don't know, Erasmus Mundus are joint master degrees that are funded by the European Commission, and they fund scholarships and they fund the running of programs. But before that, there's another little funding called Erasmus Mundus Design Measures, which is a very small grant. It's €55,000, but it's enough money to get a group of people together to ideate about future design. So you come up with an idea for an MA, we put in an application, the application's going in February. And if you're successful, if the alliance is successful, then there's a little bit of time, about a year, to put together a full proposal and all of the business that goes around with it. So we've been quite successful with that in the past. So we have two programs that are currently running, Resound and Film Memory, that went through design measures, then went into full applications, and then were successful. We also had a number of applications last year that went into the full funding, and a lot of that particularly was refunding programs that were currently in progress. Not to be negative, it's got incredibly competitive. The world of Erasmus Mundus has got incredibly competitive. So we are exploring different ways that we can fund those sort of programs. But either way, for design measures and for the full funding of programs, February is the annual date. So the work has to start there. And FilmEU is a bottom-up organization. So if you've got a good idea for something, it tends to get traction if you can get a couple of people around it. So the team on Work Package 6, Deirdre and Philippe and Mark and a gang of other people are the sort of people that you can talk to about that. At the same time, we've also promised that we will develop another joint BA. We had Pathfinder started this year. We promised we'd develop another one. We may end up developing another two. We'll see. Work is starting in our further work is going on in Lisbon in November. But again, if you've got ideas or would like to get involved in that, just reach out to that Work Package 6 crew. Next slide, Sandra. We also have a lot of kind of FilmEU, we call them FilmEU Cosmos projects. So they're not the direct Erasmus Plus grant, but they are other projects that we kind of pick up along the way that feed into us being a European university for the creative industries. So we're designing modules for a number of projects. So we have a project, I should have called that C Accelerate Plus. I'm still working on the first project, which is entrepreneurship and innovation in the creative industry. So if you're interested in designing modules in that, or indeed if you're interested in implementing modules in your own programs, it's a good piece, gang to reach out to. A similar thing with Cutting Edges, which is virtual production. So it's an Erasmus grant or an Erasmus project that is developing modules in virtual production and AR, VR, the kind of that sort of world. So if you're interested in that world, reach out, because again, we can transfer in or transfer out knowledge in terms of modules in or modules out. There's another project that's kind of more on the edge of FilmEU. It's called Avenue, which is a centre of vocational excellence around animation and related fields that a number of the schools are in. But again, through the community, we can link you up with people there. And also, I think, which we haven't really done up until now, but we can. We've done a lot of work mapping all of the programs in particularly in relation to film and animation, some of those core areas, but we're kind of widening that out. We have a catalogue of pretty much all of the modules out there. So if you're either looking at designing a program or redesigning your program, we can help you with a lot of modules that you might want to, crib from or get some inspiration. And also we can feed that back in as well if we look at the other way in terms of 2 other programs. And so there's kind of lots of possibilities around that. There's also, I think we also look at harmonization a little bit, which is how we're similar and how we can map Erasmus scholarships, but not just for students. So regular Erasmus weeks, semesters, years, we can also map that for staff members, I think, pretty well at this point. So you can talk to the educational team about that. I think that's my slides done. And I can't remember who's next. Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you, Barry. I think it's Elena.
Svetlana will talk about the
Svetlana.
Film Festival.
Well, hello. About the film festival. The submission dates will be announced in early 2026. And when organizing this year's edition, there was some delay because this was the first edition of the festival. And of course, we had to deal with many issues at once. But since the main aspects have already been outlined, I can't see a reason for any significant delay this time. So during this year's FilmEU festival in FilmEU Summit, in Sofia, the first FilmEU festival took place, and the relentless efforts of the organizing team consisted of members from all of the institutions led to its success. Actually, there was also, of course, a selection committee, which consisted of 16 members, 2 representatives from each university. One of the members were a faculty member and 1 student in minimum MA level. So despite of the short time frame, the process went relatively smoothly. Many issues emerged along the way, but fortunately, all of them were successfully resolved. And our talented students' work was exhibited, which was actually our top priority, and I believe this goal was achieved. Despite the short submission period, we received 55 entries. With proper planning, I'm convinced that there will be even more next year. Having a comfortable amount of time in advance would also be beneficial in terms of popularization of the festival. I think you will agree with me that the main focus should be on presenting the work of these young filmmakers to a broader public, not just to our FilmEU community. This goal was met actually in this year's edition of the festival to an extent that exceeded my expectations. Many citizens attended the screenings, and there were even questions about the next festival edition. And in my opinion, this is something that should be carefully considered. How should the festival program be presented in the other countries, given that the summits take place only in one of them at a time? I believe this is the only way forward, as it will improve 2 essential aspects. On one hand, new talents will get the opportunity, the invaluable opportunity to be seen and appreciated. And on the other hand, the alliance will gain visibility. Consequently, this will enhance the credibility of FilmEU, which will have an immense impact on the future development. Thank you. Now I will give the floor to Elena to present the next topic.
You're muted, Elena.
Sorry, Yeah,
Sandra, Elena, sorry, Sandra, can I just add something in relation with the FilmEU Festival? I think it's important to mention that from this year's onwards, after the first edition in Sofia, we'll be yearly awarding the different prizes for the FilmEU Festival during the autumn industry summit. So in this case, this will happen in Lisbon, provisionally on the 12th of November. So more or less 1 month from today, during the film festival we are partnering with, and that's the idea that from now on we'll also always have that award ceremony in partnership with the film festival hosting the industry summit.
Thank you, Manuel. And also, as you heard, the submissions will start in early 2026 when the call will be published. The next opportunity that we have as a consortium will be the Clermont-Ferrand short film market. This year we have the chance to participate there, as this is the world's leading platform for short films. And this also will open the opportunity to showcase the creativity of all our students and partner institutions and alumni. For this reason, we would like to assemble a cross-partner team to develop the marketing materials and to curate a 90-minute FilmEU short film collection. So please contact us if you are interested in designing and curating these short slots. Also, if you have expertise in short film promotion, communications, and marketing across any of the FilmEU partners. Please express your interest until the end, let's say, of November, so we can start working on that. This was my part, and we can go forth. Yes, Barry.
I might just add, maybe those expressions of interest mid to early November, because we'll have to sort out a few things before Christmas and before the event after. But thanks.
Sandra, you can go next slide.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Dagmar from Tallinn University, and I will be introducing the next opportunities for you. So at first, we have the Imagination Challenge, which is an opportunity for students. So anyone here who has students who would be interested in this challenge, the applications for this time around is closing already on Wednesday. If you want to send this information out to them, you can either find it through FilmEU or you can contact me directly. I can help you with an email template. During this challenge, it's a hybrid challenge. The students will have an online workshop and will also have workshops in person during the industry summit, where they tackle real-world industry challenges. And always the pitching session at the industry summit will take place together with the industry stakeholders. So this challenge will always take place during the fall industry summit, and the call for the next challenge will launch in May 2026. But more about the challenge that is at hand. Then the current challenge focuses on micro formats for young audiences, emerging tech and short form content, and youth audience engagement and marketing. And the industry partners this year will be a public service broadcaster, a film distributor, and a TV production company. And this challenge is an amazing opportunity for students to meet other students from other FilmEU universities and to also communicate with the industry stakeholders. So this will lay a perfect future for them to do some collaborative projects in the future. So if you have students who would be interested to work in multidisciplinary teams and tackle real-world challenges, then make sure to pass this information on to them. There's only a few days left for the application for this time around, but if they can't make it this time, then you know that there's always another challenge call happening in May. And I kindly ask everyone to take part in the session where the students then introduce the results of the challenges and the pitches, and this will take place at the Industry Summit on the morning of the 12th of November. So I kindly ask everybody to join, and I also ask if you have students who are interested to join to get in touch directly with me. I can send you an email template so that you can easily send this information to them. Sandra, we can go to the next slide. Thank you. And we also have another opportunity for students, which is a change maker pitching for change. The target audience for this is students, but from a slightly different angle. If the previous one was meant for very wide area of students, so whatever they studied, they can come and join, then this one is meant for storytellers. So if you have good storytellers in your class, then this is something for them. It will be a hybrid challenge. Unfortunately, the call for this time around has ended, but the new one will launch in May again. It's hybrid. They will have an online workshop, and then they will come to Lisbon this time and have in-person workshops. The whole idea is to do a pitch training for them so that they would be able to pitch their powerful story that is made for the screen in front of the industry stakeholders. Each year, the competition revolves around a theme linked to a globally important topic. And this year, the topic is community and young people seeking safety in an insecure world. I kindly ask everybody to come and join and see the pitches live again at the Industry Summit on the 12th. And also for the next year, what our ambition is that students from different partners will work together on stories, and the stories that they submit will not only come from students from one specific university, but as a combination, so that they submit one story, but the students working on this one story are from multiple FilmEU universities. And we will launch more information about this, the means on how they could collaborate before submitting the stories for the Changemaker later this year or early next year. But definitely come and see what they do, so you'd be ready to introduce the opportunity and promote it to them next year. Thank you. This is it from my side.
Sandra, can I just add something before we yes. kind of conclude it? Can you just go back? Yeah, just go back to the steps, please. The steps. Okay. So I would first of all like to thank all presenters. I think we had a very interesting overview of the different collaboration opportunities that are available. And I would like to conclude this morning session. In the afternoon, we'll have the opportunities on research, but I would like to conclude this morning session with two remarks. The first one to say that besides these opportunities that were mentioned, we are also working hard on several initiatives involving mobility of staff, involving automatic recognition of programs, involving other training-related activities in innovation. Some of them will be covered in the afternoon. But for all of those, we really need this three-steps process to be followed. So what I would really like you to urge you to is to please register on the community platform, sign your declaration of interest, tick the box on the opportunities you are interested, from mobility to the courses that were presented, to the challenges for students, and then let's try to put together as many groups of teachers, staff members working together during the matchmaking day across these different activities. After these sessions today, we'll be sharing with everyone the detailed map of the activities so that it's clear for everyone what activities are out there. and you can immediately start, and this is the document that Sandra mentioned in the beginning, and you can immediately start registering in the platform. And for those that also have research interests, please join us during the afternoon at 1 p.m. Western European time, 2 p.m. Central European time, and 3 p.m. Estonia and Bulgaria Eastern European time. Okay, Sandra.
Yes, just also to mention that if there was any particular thing that you want to have more information through this, through us, reach out to the local coordinating team at your university school to get more information before taking the next step. And for sure, they're going to be able to answer all your questions regarding this.
Yeah, and Sandra, just to stress what Mark already wrote on the chat, that the community platform is federated. So if you have any issues with logins, please contact us immediately, because the federation should be operational, fully operational for all partners.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed, we received already some comments saying one or two institutions not working. It's temporary. It was working well. Of course, this type of things happens when we need them most to be operational. We will contact the team, the IT team working around this to make it available ASAP.
And Sandra, also an additional note to say that I think that the model has proven itself. We had 100 people in this session, which is amazing in terms of fostering collaboration. Christian, yes.
Yes, Manuel, thank you. Well, just a general question. If people encounter logging problems as from now on, to where can they report
Anna,
it?
just
To
contact
the
Anna.
communication?
I'm writing Anna's email on the chat. The easiest
the
way is to
community.
contact Anna directly.
Community.tu.filmeu.eu. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. The email, the address is on the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
In the meantime, does anyone has other questions they want to address now? I think we can have 5 minutes of Q&A. If not, perfect.
No, Sandra, people are writing on the chat. Yes.
Yes, very related with the FilmEU community platform. For sure, something is happening today. Anna is already in contact with the IT staff to solve it ASAP. Right. In the meantime, before the matchmaking in November, we will schedule a session for getting around the FilmEU platform, community platform. And well, maybe you have your sound on. We will schedule a session to clarify how all questions and how the platform operates, okay? Okay, if there's no question, we'll be saying the login is now okay for the FilmEU community website. Perfect.
And it's working for the IADT version. The IADT route is also working again. So it seems like it's working.
Good, good, very good. Okay, thank you, everyone. We will see some of you again at 1 Western European time, 2 CET, 3 EET for the research and innovation session. Thank you so much.
See you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.